President Biden commutes the sentences of 37 federal death row inmates, instead giving them life in prison without parole. The White House said the president believes America must stop the use of the death penalty. Biden left only 3 people on federal death row. Dylan Roof, who carried out a mass shooting at the Mother Emanuel AME Church in South Carolina, Boston Marathon bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, and Robert Bowers, who was convicted in the mass shooting at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh. Among the inmates affected is Len Davis.
The former NOPD officer was convicted of ordering the killing of a New Orleans mother. Ton Trong looks at why that case became so notorious.
Kim Groves was 32 years old when the mother of 3 was gunned down on the streets of the lower 9th Ward in 1994. Just before the killing, she celebrated her daughter's 12th birthday.
I'm the daughter of the late Kim Marie Groves, who was assassinated by the New Orleans police officer Len Davis.
That was Jasmine Groves in 2020. At that time, former New Orleans police officer Len Davis was still on death row after a jury convicted him in 1996 of civil rights violations in the murder of Kim Groves. During the trial, prosecutors used video and audio recordings of Davis meeting and speaking with an FBI agent posing as a drug dealer. The undercover sting, dubbed Operation Shattered Shield, was targeting police corruption within the NOPD. Here's Fox 8 legal analyst Joe Responti.
Len Davis was the poster boy for all that was wrong with the police department back then. And there was a lot wrong with the police department. A lot of people got indicted, including him. And there was a dark day in New Orleans when this occurred.
Part of the prosecution's evidence was an FBI wiretap, which captured Davis ordering a hit on Kim Groves.
It was one of the most chilling things you could ever experience or hear.
Before she was murdered, Groves went to the NOPD's Internal Affairs Division and filed a brutality complaint against Davis. A short time later, prosecutors say Davis sent the order.
As I recall, Len Davis was all up in the middle of all the drug dealers. She was going to give information to the government about his dealings, and she had to be eliminated, and that's why he called in the hit.
In many regards, Len Davis, who the community called RoboCop and the Desire Terrorist, came to symbolize the dysfunctional and deeply troubled NOPD of the 1990s. In this era of podcasting and YouTube, that time and that name live on in infamy. And just a short time ago, Corey Groves, the son of Kim Groves, issued this statement saying, quote, "My family has been living with the nightmare of Len Davis for over 30 years. I've always wanted him to spend the rest of his life in prison and have to wake up every morning and think about what he did when he took our mother from us," end quote. Len Davis is now 60 years old and is being held in a federal prison in Terre Haute, Indiana.